Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's your realtor Amy back here again today. How are you doing? It's a beautiful, beautiful day. As you can see from behind me, the sun is up and the trees are green and bright. It's so beautiful coming to you this morning, and I'm so glad that we'll be able to learn more about land investments in Nigeria and all that you need to know. In our last class, we talked about investment strategies for foreign investors, for investors at all classes and levels. Investment strategies. What are investment strategies? The things you need to put in place before you can make your land investments in Nigeria. We talked about research, we talked about doing your due diligence, we talked about defining your investment goals, exactly what you want to invest. We talked about engaging local experts, and today we are continuing with budget planning. You have to establish a clear budget of what you want to do, right? You also need to understand that buying land is beyond just paying for the land. There is documentation fees, there are legal fees to pay. Some places there are taxes to pay too. So you have to factor all these into your budget, knowing that it's not just the money for the land, there are other fees that accompany it. The next thing is the land use assessment. What do you want to use the land for? Do you want to just keep it? Do you want to build on it? Do you want to farm on it? Whatever you need to use it for needs to be part of your strategy. It needs to be something you've already thought about, not just, buying land just for buying sake. No, it's an investment, so you should have plans for your investment. The next one is the risk mitigation. You have to understand the risks that are associated with investments, particular investments you have to make. Remember when we talked about the different land investments, right? We said for every type of investment, it has its own specific and risks that are attached to it. So for you to make any investment, you need to know the risks. And remember, we also said that diversifying your investments helps you mitigate your risk. It makes you spread your risks so that it does not concentrate on one investment. That way, your risk is less. Then let's talk about monitoring of your investments. Your land has to be reviewed regularly to know what's the performance, the market conditions, and you have to stay informed about the laws and regulations that concern the areas that you bought your land, and that's what your realtor gets to do for you. Now, I've seen most people who do not trust their realtors. They trust their lawyers more than their realtors. If your lawyer is not a property lawyer, if it's just a normal lawyer who you told to be handling your property, I think you need to be wary, because most realtors, not all of us, most realtors actually know more about the property laws, the regulations than some lawyers. So you will be careful in assigning some things, especially if your lawyer is not a property law lawyer. You have to be careful in trusting wholeheartedly on their job or what they have to do for you in your investments. So this is all there is about the strategies for investments. These are all the strategies, the things you need to put in place for your investment to ensure that your land investment goes the way you actually want it to go. So in conclusion, investing in land as an international buyer is a very lucrative venture when you have the right strategy and you do due diligence. You conduct your research, you engage experts, you define your investment goals, you make your informed decision and maximize the potential of returns on your investments. Always consult with legal and financial professionals. Nigerians are not used to consultation. We just, buy things and just like that. We don't ask questions. But it is very good that you ask questions. Yeah, you actually know what you're doing. You actually know what you're getting into. And you all have to also ask questions of your realtor to make sure that this person has your best interests at heart. This person knows what they are getting into. This person knows all that is needed to be known about the land investment that you want to make. One last thing I want to talk about before I end this video. I want to talk about the recital. It's one of the very important documents that you need to have when you buy land from someone. What is a recital? A recital is a history of the land, starting from when it was deforested to the first person that owned it, what it was used for or what it was not used for, and all that. You need to know everything about the land. Why this is so is because it will help you know whether this land can be used for this or that, or there are issues concerning the land. Most agents do not bother with a recital. They just get you a C of O, and that is it. And most times the C of O doesn't carry your name, it carries the name of the person that owned the land in the first place. But then it's given to you as an evidence that you have the land, right? Recital contains all information about the land, the signatures of the people who have sold the land at different times, if it's once, if it's twice. It contains every information, every consideration, every legal rights, everything about the land is contained in the recital. So if you want to buy from an agent and the person doesn't give you a recital, please do not accept the land investment. You need to ask the person to get a recital for you. It is part of the documentations they should give to you so that you can have an accurate history of the land. So that tomorrow no one can come and say, I bought this land and it was not resold to you. You can have accurate history. So this is where we'll be ending our class for today. I hope you learned one or two things. Remember, I'm the realtor you need to make the best land investments in Nigeria. And I'm right here to help you with your questions and concerns. All you need to know, all you need to be aware of, all you need to understand about making land investments in Nigeria. Thank you, and I'll see you in my next video. But before I go, can I ask you for one favor? Click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification so that you get our notifications once the video drops, because we still have so much more to know, so much more to learn, so much more to inform you on in land investments in Nigeria. See you next time.